Chapter 10. How Rishyasringa was brought to King Lomapada's court. Thus requested by King Dasaratha, Sumantra began to narrate the story in vivid detail, his voice rich with the weight of the ancient prophecy. "O great king," he began, "hear now the account of how the noble ministers of King Lomapada brought the revered sage Rishyasringa to the royal court, thereby ushering prosperity upon the land." Sumantra continued, "The ministers, wise and learned in both strategy and diplomacy, approached King Lomapada and laid out a plan that was both daring and unprecedented. 'O great king,' they said, 'there is a way to bring the young sage Rishyasringa from the remote depths of his forest hermitage to your court.' The young ascetic, devoted to his father and steeped in spiritual discipline, has never known the allurements of the material world, nor has he encountered its temptations. He lives in a realm of purity, untouched by the pursuit of worldly pleasures. But, the ministers continued, we can entice him to leave that realm of serenity. If we send forth women, not just any women, but those of exceptional grace, beauty and charm, adorned in exquisite attire, their voices sweet as nectar, and their movements like the dance of apsaras, they will surely enchant the sage. Through these courtesans, who will play upon his senses and awaken desires long dormant, we shall be able to draw him to the city, and thereby bring rain to the land." King Lomapada, his heart stirred with both hope and unease, gave his consent to the plan, and commanded his ministers to carry it out with precision and care. The courtesans, chosen for their beauty and skill, prepared themselves for the delicate mission. They dressed in silken garments, radiant with the colours of the dawn and dusk, and adorned themselves with jewels that shimmered like stars in the night sky. Their laughter, soft and melodic, mingled with the songs they sang as they made their way into the heart of the dense forest where the young sage dwelled. Protected by his father's strict guidance, Rishyasringa had never ventured far beyond the boundaries of the hermitage. His life was one of simplicity and sacred devotion, his mind absorbed in the study of the Vedas and the performance of austerities. The natural beauty of the forest was all he knew, the only solace for his youthful heart. But destiny, relentless in its course, soon intervened. One fateful day, as the sun filtered through the thick canopy of trees, Rishyasringa, guided by some unseen hand, wandered further from the hermitage than ever before. As he moved deeper into the forest, his eyes suddenly fell upon the vision of the courtesans, ethereal, otherworldly, their beauty like nothing he had ever imagined. Their robes fluttered like the wings of swans, and their voices, lilting with melodies unknown to him, seemed to summon him from the very depths of his soul. With innocent curiosity, the young sage approached them. The courtesans, skilled in the art of persuasion, greeted him with soft smiles and words dipped in honey. "Who are you, O handsome youth?" they asked with sweet intrigue. "Who is your father? What is your name, and why do you dwell in this wild, dark forest?" Rishyasringa, his heart pounding with unfamiliar excitement, responded with utmost sincerity. "I am the son of the great sage Vibhandaka, who hails from the lineage of the mighty Kasyapa. My name is Rishyasringa, and I live in the hermitage nearby with my father, where I study the sacred texts and perform penance. But tell me, O radiant beings, who are you? What brings such beauty and grace to this lonely forest?" The courtesans, sensing the sage's intrigue and innocence, did not answer directly. Instead, they coyly invited him to their side, offering sweet fruits, confections, and delicacies that they had brought with them. The sage, never having tasted such rich food before, was amazed at the flavours. He believed the offerings to be mere forest fruits, never imagining that they were confections unknown to the ascetic life. "Come, O noble sage," they said, their voices as soothing as a gentle breeze. "Let us return to your hermitage. You have been so kind to offer us your hospitality. Now allow us to reciprocate in our humble way." Unaware of the enchantment they were weaving around him, Rishyasringa led the courtesans back to the hermitage. There he received them with the sacred rites of hospitality, offering water to wash their feet and the finest roots and fruits the forest had to offer. But the courtesans, mindful of the great Vibhandaka's possible return, soon made their excuses to leave. Before departing, they offered Rishyasringa more of the sweet delicacies they had brought, plying him with the tastes and pleasures of the world beyond his knowledge. They caressed his hand gently, their smiles lingering, and then took their leave. When they were gone, Rishyasringa felt a deep and sudden emptiness in his heart. He had never known such restlessness, such longing. His thoughts turned again and again to the courtesans, to their laughter, their beauty, their kindness. He waited anxiously for their return, and return they did the very next day. This time they were more bold in their invitation. "O noble sage," they said with radiant smiles, "why remain in this lonely forest? Come with us to our abode, where we can truly honour you and offer you even greater delights." Compelled by an unseen force, Rishyasringa agreed. As they left the forest and entered the city of King Lomapada, the heavens, which had been silent for so long, suddenly opened, and rain poured down upon the land in torrents. The drought was over. The people rejoiced, praising the name of Rishyasringa, whose very presence had ended their suffering. When King Lomapada heard that the young sage had entered the city, he hurried to meet him. With great reverence, the king bowed before him and offered him the traditional gifts of water, fruits, and garlands. "O Holy One," the king entreated, "forgive me if I have acted in any way that may incur the wrath of your father, sage Vibhandaka. I humbly beseech you to grant me your protection." Moved by the king's devotion, Rishyasringa blessed him. Lomapada, seeing the opportunity to honour the sage further, offered his daughter, the beautiful Princess Shanta, in marriage. The union was celebrated with great joy and festivity, and from that day forward Rishyasringa lived in peace and happiness with his bride in the royal palace, his days filled with the love and devotion of his new family.